Hey guys, how's it going? It's Lucas from DC Irons here doing a post-match reaction for American Hammers TV, West Ham 1, Sheffield United 1. Let's go straight into it. This team is an absolute joke. It's an absolute embarrassment for the quality of players we have. We have absolutely no ambition, and I can't figure out why that is. I just don't know why we have no ambition. It just doesn't make sense to me. This game, in my opinion, was just as bad, if not worse, than the Everton game. Just an absolute crap performance. Aller and Yarmolenko are the only two players in this team that have desire to score goals or put themselves in position to score. It makes no sense with the quality of players we have. Anderson didn't play as bad as what a lot of people are saying today, but he did lack the quality. I thought he was solid going forward. He just couldn't provide, and that's just the way it is. Lanzini for now is not good. Noble, Rice, solid as always. We shouldn't be relying on Noble or Rice to provide us chances. But, everyone besides Aller, Yarmolenko, ugh, goodness. I don't understand the lack of ambition this team has. The best teams in the league have players from midfield up that are looking to score goals. They have the desire to score, and they score. That's why they win. They have players that want to score. We do not have players that want to score, and it's embarrassing. Defense was all right. Obviously, Zabaleta for Fredericks wasn't ideal, but Fredericks was probably banged up. That's why. I don't have a problem with either Masuaku or Cresswell. Personally, I like them both. Either or will do fine for me. Roberto, he was actually solid today until the goal he gave up. That was to blame on the defense and him. The defense should have never let that shot happen, and he just had incredibly poor positioning, which he has. He's a backup goalkeeper for a reason. You got to make that save 11 out of 10 times. It's unacceptable in my opinion. Probably the second worst thing behind our ambition to win and score goals is Pellegrini subs. They're absolutely awful. They feel pre-planned. Like he just writes them down and are like, no matter what, I'm going to take this guy off at this moment. We all know when Anderson gets subbed off 65th minute or less, it's an automatic loss or draw. Like it's absolutely detrimental to the team. And the worst thing today, Robert Snodgrass being subbed off, was the most criminal act of the season by Pellegrini. It literally makes no sense, and it is so I don't even have the word for it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. He was our best player. The dude has an engine, and he could have played the whole game. Pellegrini did really bad again and poor today with subs. And that's just the way it rolls. Ambition, terrible substitutions. I mean, we should have won today. That should have been not an easy 3 points, but that should have been 3 points. We need more ambition. We need players that want to score. If we don't rally around that, if we don't have players that want to score, we're never going to move up the table or do as good as we can. That's all I got to say. I'm pretty embarrassed, and I'm still gutted by the performance.
Hello, America, and welcome to my post-match reaction of the West Ham United Sheffield United game where it finished 1-1. I've just got home from the London Stadium. I've got my chips. I've got my beer. That game was the most frustrating game I've ever seen in recent memory, I think. Sheffield United, like Crystal Palace before them, came with a game plan. They stuck to it. They executed it really well, and they frustrated the chuff out of West Ham. They were playing a 5-4-1 system from what I could see, and Pellegrini with his 4-1-4-1, or what it looked like today, to be fair, a 4-3-3, really didn't match them. In my opinion, we should have gone 3 at the back and absolutely flooded the midfield and bossed them in the midfield. There were a few really frustrating performances, individual performances. Yarmolenko, just as much as he was trying, it just seemed like no matter what he did, he just couldn't pull it off today. Poor old Sebastian Haller, totally isolated up front on his own. And every time the ball went near him, there were 2 Sheffield United defenders on him. Every time the bloke didn't stand a chance. And yet Roberto, every time he had the ball, he's kicking it straight up to Haller every time. Of course, 2-on-1, Haller's never going to win it. Interesting substitutions at the back. I don't know why he swapped out Ogbonna and put Balbuena in there. He had a decent game. Didn't really do anything wrong. I don't know why Fredericks wasn't playing. And Zabaleta had an absolute stinker. He was terrible today. He was probably the weak link. Bringing Snoddy on seemed to be a bit inspired. I would put him as man of the match, to be fair. He had a great game. And yet, he was substituted. I have to question some of Pellegrini's substitutions today, as well as his tactics. We should have gone in half-time, maybe 2 or 3 up, to be fair. I mean, every time we put a ball into the box, it was met by a bloody Sheffield United head. It didn't matter how good the cross was, and some of them that Snoddy was putting in, and some of his corners were really good, to be fair. But Sheffield United just defended resolutely, and when they had the chance, they broke. But it was apparent that once they got their goal, that was it. They were done. They were just happy to settle for the point. There was one. They had a corner on about the 87th, 88th minute. They had 2 men in the box. 2 men. And yet we still put 10 men back behind the ball to counter their 2, sorry. I mean, what was that all about? Seriously, come on. I have been a supporter of Pellegrini since we got him. I was chuffed to bits that we got him. But I am starting to question just a little bit, maybe certainly his tactics and his substitutions. It just seems a little bit too negative. If we get another repeat of that next week against Newcastle, I think you'll start to hear the mumblings and murmurings from the terraces. Is this really the man for us? At the moment, I would say yes. But we'll see next week. Come on, you Irons.
What's up? This is Tex of the Fresno Irons, live from Fresno, California, with your post-match American Hammers Minute. I like the way we played. I like the Snodgrass move. I think it was phenomenal. I told you guys he comes in, he's going to work his tail off. He absolutely did, got a goal. I do not agree with taking him off, especially for a guy that's out of form like Fornals. It was a very frustrating game for me because I felt like defensively we made too many mistakes, and we could have as much as we could have been up 3-0, we could have been down 3-0. Nonetheless, a point is never a negative result, but it's not always a positive result. You got to take care of teams like that at home. I think Pellegrini got it right today, but for some reason we lacked the execution, what we needed in that final third, which seems to be a trending problem ever since Pellegrini has come in. We have to figure out how to be more deadly. There was a couple opportunities that were just straight sitters from Yarmolenko. Snodgrass had one. Just missing passes a couple of times. Snodgrass on a free run, and they never saw him. A very frustrating game for any West Ham United fan. But nonetheless, we got to be positive. We got to take the point. It's frustrating, but Snodgrass, I think, definitely made a case today that he needs to, at the worst, be a super sub for West Ham United. As always, guys, stay positive, believe in this team, and remember, come on, you Irons.
Well, could have done better, right? I don't know what the fuck he was thinking with his substitutions. I thought the starting lineup was nice. Should have done good. But until we figure out that Haller is not a lone striker, then you know, we have a 50-50 chance of winning. That's just not good enough, right? I mean, we've shown in the past that we can beat people. Yes, with one striker, I know we've beaten people. Teams that we should have beat anyway. But now all of a sudden, we can't beat the teams we're supposed to beat. The fuck's up with that? So, no, none of this Pellegrini out stuff yet. Obviously, he does need to change something. I don't know. He needs to get his shit together first and foremost. That's usually where it starts. But these players, man, you know, you're professional, right? Play. You play to win the game, right? Right, Herm? No, I'm not happy with the draw. I'm not happy with the draw. Especially against Sheffield, right? Yeah, they beat Arsenal. Woo! But should have had that one, man. And here's my big gripe, right? At what age do you learn not to soft head a ball in the direction of our box? Like, if you're deep in our box, the one we're defending, why would you soft head a ball in an angle softly, you know, keyword soft, in the direction where there's Sheffield United players? Zabaletta's too slow to catch up to that shit. And there was two Sheffield United players right there, Mr. Diop. Get it the fuck out of there, right? Out. Anyway, on to the next one. Newcastle. Woo, you know, another one we're supposed to beat. We'll see what happens, fools. Please like and subscribe to the channel. All that other good stuff. Please like and subscribe. And comment below if you agree with us, don't agree with us. You know, it's really important that we need your help to spread the word. American Hammers TV, American Hammers Radio. We got a couple podcasts out there as well. Please help us out. Also check out our shop, AHTV.threadless.com. Got a lot of cool stuff in there, a lot of cool designs. Not just shirts. I mean, there's hoodies and zip-up hoodies and girls' shirts, kids' shirts, anti-Spurs stuff, which is everybody wants, right? And skateboards, magnets, buttons, throw pillows, bath mats, shower curtains, the whole 9 yards. Help support the show. And if you don't want to buy anything, well, please subscribe to our channel. That helps us out just as much as someone purchasing something. So, come on, you irons.